Welcome back to episode 4 of Better World Podcast, and I don't know why I put that up on my hands because we definitely will not be able to do that with all the following episodes, or maybe we will, who knows. But we are back. I'm trying to just crank out some of these episodes to get them checked off and increase my statistical likelihood of continuing to make the episodes. And so the intros are nothing incredible, and I'm not proclaiming them to be. But I'm going to try to keep you as engaged as I can. I'm going to try to keep it entertaining. Let me know if you want it to be more entertaining. I can always try to throw some jokes in there. Not going to promise they'll be good. But anyways, wanted to start out with just a couple of current events and topics, and I want to just jump right into the Odyssey movie. So my first thoughts when I first saw like the first trailer or Instagram post or something about it, it didn't capture my attention right away, and I wasn't like, oh yeah, I want to see this movie about this old fight. But obviously, there's more to that. It's based off of Homer's The Odyssey, which I was like, oh yeah, it's a whole story. And then obviously the production quality of the cinematic filming looked really good in the other trailers I saw. And then I saw, the hype was gearing up online for it. So I was like, okay, it's obviously going to be a really hyped up movie. And so then I got excited to watch it and look forward to it. So ended up watching it, had to do the recliner seats. I don't think it would be bearable in a movie theater. Yeah, I'm going to have to do this every few minutes. Just ignore that until I get a better situation. But yeah, so the recliner seats, that was a must have, I felt like, to watch it in comfort and enjoy it, and it warranted you just laying back like this watching it. So I did not know about all the IMAX hype that the movie was applied to it. So apparently this was, I say apparently, but pretty sure it's pretty factual, this is the first movie that was shot on all IMAX cameras. So the IMAX viewing is supposed to be a better experience. And I didn't even know about that before we went and watched it. But we watched it, and I liked it. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it was great. If I knew about the IMAX, I probably would have tried to see it in the IMAX. But I still felt like the experience without the IMAX was still incredible and exciting. So I don't think you were missing out on you might be missing out on too much, but if you watch it without the IMAX, it's still a great experience, in my opinion. So anyways, that was cool. It was a long one though, so you had to be in the mood and knowing what you're going into and have those comfortable recliner seats. That's just my suggestion. Anyone else going out to buy the tickets, but all the local theaters were like sold out with those recliner seats, so that's how I knew it was going to be a good movie. Anyways, if you look into the process of how they filmed the movie and made it IMAX, you should check it out, because they had to physically hand cut the film that was used. And I didn't know movies that were going on to the big screens, any of them were even done like that, any of the scenes. So I didn't know, but it's really cool to see they print out the actual film that was recorded and slice it by hand, and you got one shot at it. So if you mess up that editing, it's donezo. You lost all the tape that you filmed hundreds of thousands of dollars per minute doing. So anyways, I thought it was well worth watching. And also, talking about well worth watching, the World Cup was fun to watch. This was the first year that watching soccer has been a thing that I've been interested in and exciting to me. Like 2 weeks ago, I got into it, probably like many other Americans. But I'm glad that those Americans that have discovered it have been able to jump on it. I enjoyed watching all 90 minutes. I know soccer can get a rap, especially from non-European and South American, viewers, that it's not as fun as other games. But I was out from the TV, having the TV perspective of watching everything as it happens with good angles. I was interested the whole time. So that was a lot of fun to watch. My prediction was wrong. I predicted it would be Argentina with a goal at about 40 minutes, and then Spain with a goal to answer at about 60, and then Argentina would score at 85 because they just have such statistically a high scoring rate after the 75th minute. I didn't know that beforehand, but that's just what I predicted, and statistically it would be on my side that they'd have a better chance to score in that end of the 15 minutes, but Spain ended up snatching it right underneath them, and it was hard to watch since I was rooting for Messi. I just wanted it to be an iconic moment that we got to witness of Messi doing it back to back. But it looked like the Spain team was incredible, and they deserved it and worked hard and looked like an incredible team. So I'm glad that they won as a team, and good for them. Obviously, it's an amazing feat for any country to bring back the World Cup. So great job for them. And I think I heard the statistic of in the last 100 years, only 8 countries have won the World Cup because some have repeated, but there's not many that are held. So it's a big deal for any country to make it far into the World Cup, even to qualify, really. But, of course, to take home that trophy. So great job, Spain. And what else? Another thing I wanted to mention, because I'm just taken in these episodes by this newer podcast I've been listening to, Everything Everywhere Daily. I've learned, I feel like I listened to 10 of them today, but it takes 10-15 minutes, and you get a great overview of just cultural event. So I listened to quite a few. Another one on it was soccer related. I can't remember if it was about the World Cup or just South America, the soccer clubs in South America. I think it was talking about the 2 best soccer players of all time, and it talked a lot about Messi and Maradona. And so anyways, there's that, but then also learned more about the English Reformation, learned more about the Dark Ages, learned more about the Iranian Revolution. I just started on the Mexican Revolution. There's just, it's a nice reminder and refresher of world events, or just helps you fill in pieces of oh, okay, I had heard all this information in high school, but this one critical bridge or pathway just connects this history, in that I knew of, and so anyways, just learn more about England and Europe. a lot about Europe, really, I've been interested in, but I've also been learning about, or just did a recent episode about the seven ancient wonders of the world, and the Lighthouse of Alexandria is one, and I've heard that, but it's just a good refresher. It's this is what they are. So I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Can't recommend it enough. I don't know how to say his last name. I'm bad at pronunciation, so it's probably wrong, but it's Gary Arndt. Sorry if I butchered that. When I get it right, I'll let y'all know. And I will apologize again. But fantastic episodes. The research that goes into it, the summarization, everything. I can't stop talking about it. I'll probably talk about it almost every episode on here. But anyways, that was good. And then, hang on, I got one other. Oh yes, I wanted to also mention the AMC deals, right? So recently we've gone to a lot of the Tuesday and Wednesday night half price discount movies, because I've really enjoyed going back to like the movie theaters and seeing more movies in the theaters the past like 2 years. And so we'll go a lot of times on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, oftentimes end up buying a drink or something like that. But it's great to go on those half price days. That's at least the deal going around in our state. It might be slightly different in other states or theaters, but I think for the mostly for AMC nationwide, I think it's mostly Tuesdays and Wednesdays are the discount days. But anyways, wanted to let you know about that. Highly recommend it if you're just going to see a movie that maybe you're not seeing it on the night that comes out, but it's one that you've been wanting to see. Just go on one of those weekday nights that are discounted. It's worth it. Feels great. Cheap movie. So anyways, highly recommend that. And then also look into their AMC monthly pass deal, membership deals. I mean, I haven't bought it yet, but I know other people that have them, and they just seem like worth it if you're going to just see one movie a month. Even it's like $39 per month, or they have some options that are like $25 per month, certain states, and you can see up to 4 movies in a week, I believe, currently, at least when I was looking at the deal, and it was like $29. And then each additional movie is like an extra $2 or $3, something like that. So anyways, I highly recommend the AMC monthly membership deal, because it's so worth it. Especially, it basically pays for itself if you're going really even almost one time. But if you're going twice a month, it's worth doing it. And when I looked, at least, it cut out the processing fee of buying online. So you have the convenience of just buying your tickets online, making sure you reserve those seats before having to go to the theater, and no extra cost for the convenience fee. It's probably slightly changes as time goes on, but wanted to shout that out since I knew about it, and wanted to let you know about it if you don't know about it. And the last thing I wanted to mention on here today was so we were looking at the World Cup, and Spain and Argentina were playing each other, and so I was like, I want to listen to a podcast episode, Everything Everywhere Daily, on Spain. And they didn't have one specifically on Spain that I could find quickly. Maybe it's out there, one's out there, but they had one on Madrid. So we kind of learned about the geography of Madrid and some of that history of, the geography of Spain we learned about. And I think there was actually a different one of Madrid that we also listened to. But anyways, kind of learned about Madrid and Spain a little bit. And that was just cool. Going into the World Cup, getting to learn just a little bit more about the country we were about to watch and end up rooting for at the end. And we're happy that they won. But had this idea of, well, Madrid is the capital of Spain. And so then I looked up, what are all of the capitals in Europe? And I recognized like half, maybe not even half, but like about half of them. I was like, about half of those would be really fun to go to. The other half, I don't even really know. But I was just like, how cool of an idea is, if you're going to travel to all of these countries, to go travel to the capital country. And then if you can see some of the, smaller towns or cities on the periphery, that'd be cool. But it was just kind of like, that'd be a cool thing. Maybe we do that in the future. So I kind of have in my mind now, like, it'd be really cool to see the capital of each European country. So, going to Paris, going to Madrid, going to Berlin, and like I'm not gonna embarrass myself and only remember like 3, so I'm not gonna name any more. A few more, like Luxembourg. Luxembourg is one. But yeah, this is really showing how much I don't know. So I'm not gonna keep going. But it just take me too long to remember. So I'm just trying to cover it up a little bit of how much I don't know, but I could only recognize them. That's just the truth. Anyways, this has been a fun episode. It's only episode 4. And I can't wait to get some more guests on here, have more engaging conversations, trying to keep it as light, fun, engaging as I can with just me until I become a better comedian, which I'm not that skilled. That's what you're stuck with. So until I get better research or structure, this is it. But just trying to crank them out for you guys and keep it going. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you next time.